Hey, we're excited about heading to Las Vegas and looking forward to the challenge that will be Kansas and Oklahoma State. Obviously, we hope that we're taking some good positive momentum out there, some confidence with how our first 4 games have gone. But we know we've got to be really good. We've got to be a better basketball team every time out because teams are improving. Teams are going to try to take advantage of your weaknesses. Try to minimize your strengths, and I think we have to do that as a basketball team as well.
We have a microphone. If you'll raise your hand, we'll pass that for questions. We'll start with Jimmy. Start over there.
Kelly, Ray Burrell's from Las Vegas. I know she'd love to play this weekend. Will she be ready to go?
We have no new updates with her. We are still in the same place. She's doing rehab, and we just got to take it day by day.
We'll go next to Cora.
So you're just kind of thinking about Jordan Horston. In the past, you kind of need her to be more of a great passer. You have shooters like Renaya and Ray, and now without both of them, very suddenly, you need her to be a scorer. What do you think about her coachability, and how has that kind of shown itself over her career here?
Jordan is very coachable, and she is very talented. And each year she is improved. She was a better sophomore than she was a freshman. She's a better junior than she was a sophomore. And I think that's a lot of that is her willingness to be coached, her willingness to improve, and it's really just stepping out there and utilizing all the talent that she does have. She has the ability to score. She has the ability to be dominant on the board. She has the ability to defend. And right now, we're asking a lot of her, but she is very capable. I'm proud of her. And I think she's feeling good about what she can do. She knows she can find teammates, but also now hopefully she's confident about her consistent ability to score.
Jack and then Reese.
Yeah, Kelly, Tamara Keith said she didn't know she had the triple-double until she fouled out. How was that for you? Were you kind of keeping track of that? Did you know before it happened?
I'll be honest with you, I did not know until after the game that she had a triple-double. There were a few other things on my mind during that game. I tell you, I'm just so proud of her, and honestly, what a really cool accomplishment to have 2 now here at Tennessee.
Reese, Karthik, and then Jimmy.
Kelly, we were blessed with the opportunity to talk to Tamika Catchings before your game on, I don't even remember, against Texas, but she used the word, she has a lot of Pat-isms in her. When a former teammate and a Hall of Famer says that about you, what does that mean to you?
Well, knowing who Pat is and what she stood for, it's a compliment. I think oftentimes people miss her so much, and people want her so much. They're looking for things, right? They're looking for the resemblance. I think that Pat and I had similar backgrounds, and we sound alike because we're from Tennessee. And, me playing for her for 4 years, you can't help but absorb maybe some mannerisms and maybe some Pat-isms. But I think in any compliment that you get from Tamika Catchings is going to be, it's going to be powerful. She's one of the best ever, period. And I was really excited that we had her here this weekend, and really excited that we were able to pull out a win with her in the building. And proud of what she's done in her communities and for women's basketball as well.
Karthik in the back.
Hey, Coach, you guys pull out another close game on Sunday against Texas. This team has been clutch throughout the season. Now that it's kind of settled in, you're a couple days removed from that game, where does the confidence level of this team sit in finishing out these close games?
Well, I think right now we feel really good about what we can do. I think we have a lot of confidence in each other that we can make big plays. There's not been a lot of panic, but a lot of motivation. I think our players have played hard consistently. They're willing to fight for a win. They're willing to be gritty and tough. And I think those characteristics are really good for a basketball team. It's the characteristics that I want in our team. I want that to be us every time we step out on the court. Obviously you'd rather not put yourself in those positions. You'd rather be in a position that, you can coast down the stretch. Makes my job a lot easier. But, I do think winning those games, those close games, I think it does give you a lot of confidence.
Kellie, you're down 11 to a quality team in the fourth quarter, Texas. And I just wondered, do you think defense is what turned that around? Did you think you ratcheted up your defense?
Well, our change of defense, we changed into a zone. I think that really helped us. It took them out of rhythm, and they missed some shots. We cleaned up the boards in the fourth quarter. There's no doubt about that. I thought we got to the free throw line in the fourth quarter, made free throws. We found some easy buckets that we just hadn't found all game, and we crashed the boards on the offensive end as well. So I think it was a combination of a lot of things. But if you don't get those stops defensively, then you're just not chipping away into that margin. So I thought the change of defense and how our players responded to that was really good for us.
And Tamara Keith, I know she had the triple-double. Do you still want to give her more touches?
Oh, absolutely. I continue to want to get Tamari the basketball. It was definitely a little bit harder in the Texas game. We knew that was going to be the case. But she's looking for the ball. She's wanting the ball. Coming out of the Texas game in film, we watched clips on how we could get her the ball more. And I think that's going to be an every game thing. I think we're going to try to find more opportunities for her.
Coach, question from Zoom from Maria Cornelius. Now that you've had time to look at Texas film, what are a couple of things you really liked and a couple of things you want to focus on?
I thought we had players step up and make big plays. And, maybe it was an offensive board and a putback. Maybe it was a drive and a score. Maybe it was a big defensive board. I thought our players stepped up and made big plays. And I thought we played through some mistakes. I thought that was really good for us to be able to bounce back and not dwell on a mistake, both offensively and defensively. Coming out of there, we did talk a little bit about spacing. We talked a little bit about our post entries. And then defensively, we just had some mental lapses. And, I think it wasn't so much the execution, just a mental lapse. And we relaxed for just a moment and gave up a few too many buckets.
One more from Maria. The 2-3 zone against Texas looked like it functioned as a matchup zone. Any remnant of your time with Joe Champy there?
No, I have that matchup zone in my back pocket, and we've not used that since I've been at Tennessee. But Joe Champy had this miserable to play against matchup zone. I know I hated it when I was a player. A lot of opponents hated to play against it. Very similar to Central Florida, to be quite honest with you. It was very similar to that. But now our zone had different tendencies, and I thought our players did a nice job evolving that defense, really shifting that defense to really guard Texas's personnel.
Rick and then Cora.
Kellie, Thanksgiving's coming up on Thursday. What are you thankful for this holiday season?
For me, when I think about being thankful, I mean everything. I love life. I absolutely love what I do every day, and I get up and one of the things about me, and try not to take things for granted, and try to live in the moment. Of course, most people will tell you I don't have a clue what's going to happen 3 days from now. I'm usually a day-to-day person anyway, but thankful for my family, for our children, for our health. Thankful that I'm in this position. to be quite honest with you. Like I said, I love what I do. I'm passionate about it. I love that I get to coach basketball. I mean, something that I played my whole life, and I've been able to make a career out of something that I love so much. I'm very grateful for that. I don't know, grateful for this community. I love living here. I hope that I portray a grateful person, because that's who I want to be.
Tamara Keith had, I think it was 6 blocks and 7 rebounds in the fourth quarter that contributed to that comeback. And you said she's playing with a toughness. How much of that do you kind of attribute to what Joy has been able to do since she got here, and not just with Tamari, but with all the posts?
I think where Joy has really helped Tamari is her confidence on the offensive end. I think what she's kind of some of the things that she's worked with her on, and in terms of her positioning and her ability to finish, and I think the timing was really good. I think Tamari's just been building and building, and then Joy comes in with a different perspective, a different style, and I think it's been great for Tamari. I also think her Joy's ability to challenge Tamari to be better, I think, has really risen her game as well.
You lose Ray and immediately have a handful of really challenging games. Do you think that was good for your team to kind of be put in a sink or swim situation?
Well, I think our players, we've had players that just wanted to step up. You talk about in sports when there's an injury, someone's not playing, it's the next man up mentality. And they can do one of two things, right? They can sit back and be passive and woe is me because Ray's sitting over there. They can step out and say, I can do this too. And I think that's really been the mentality that our team has taken. It's been great to see some of those players step up and make plays. And, that's the attitude, that's the mentality that you want.
Jimmy and then Reese.
Kelly, what can you tell us about Kansas and Oklahoma State?
Yeah, Kansas is coming in with great momentum. They have great experience. All their players were returned. And, they have balanced scoring. I think they've got 3 players in double figures. Their pace is pretty quick. And, they're going to come out there feeling really good about how they've played thus far. So that's going to be a big challenge. And then same thing with Oklahoma State. I think they're a very low mistake team. They take advantage of mismatches, so they find the opportunity that they feel like they have an advantage to try to attack on both ends of the court. And they're scouting report heavy. They're well coached, so they want to try to take away your strength as a basketball team.
Kelly, it seems like you guys are going out there super early to me, but I don't know if that's the case. But I guess what's the schedule throughout the week? I know you said you don't look more than a day in advance, but what is your plan as you go into your game Friday?
Yeah, so we're going to get out there Tuesday night, and then we'll be there Wednesday to get a practice in, be able to, I think, go to a show on Wednesday. And then Thanksgiving Day we will spend together. We will practice, obviously, on Thanksgiving Day as well as have a nice meal together. And then you're playing on Friday and Saturday. So it may seem long, but that time gets eat up pretty quick when you talk about your film sessions and your rehab sessions and your study hall and your meals and your games and your practices. And we will hopefully have an opportunity to get out at least on Wednesday.
Final questions for Coach? All right.
Happy Thanksgiving to all you guys, and we will see you back here next week.